Hello to my family, to God's church, to the Metro region. I wanted to take a few minutes to share with you some thoughts on where life has taken us over the past weeks. I am sure that, just like me, many of you are experiencing a variety of emotions about what is going on right now in the world around us. We may be afraid that we will actually contract COVID-19 or someone we love may. We can be concerned about our income or sudden lack of. We may be angry with the response of the government leaders. I believe that very few of us have ever lived through or experienced a life-altering event like what we are seeing right now. I say that because the way that we live our lives has definitely changed. Most of us do not react well to change, especially when it is externally initiated. We don't have the freedom we did just a few short weeks ago. Judy and I had to reschedule our vacation plans for April because we just didn't feel safe to travel. And I don't know about you, but to me it seems that it has been much longer than just a few weeks. It has been hard. But we need to remember that God has not been unaware of what is happening and that He will not let us go through this alone. Psalm 23 says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for You are with me. Your rod and Your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever." David looked to God as the one who would take care of all his needs, physical, providing food and rest and dwelling, spiritual, as he says God will restore his soul, and God leads him in a path to righteousness, and emotional, as God gives victory over fears, and God provides comfort. We can trust that God will do that for us as well. It is important to remind ourselves that we are part of something very special, God's chosen people, His flock. God has given us each other as one way that He works to satisfy those needs. I have experienced and have heard of ways that we are all trying to be the best we can be during these challenging times. We are learning new ways to stay in touch with both audio and video technologies. But more importantly, God seems to have revived in us a desire in our hearts to keep in touch with one another and to make sure that everyone is having their needs taken care of. We are reaching out to encourage one another through cards and calls and with thoughtful acts to remind each other that we are all important to God's family. We have reached out to our neighbors and showed genuine concern for their well-being. Yeah, life is different. But I believe that some of the changes that have made life different are, in God's eyes, life as it should be. Let's embrace those changes and become even more like the humanity that God created us to be. Thank you for your love for God and for your love for His church. With God and each other, together, we will get through this.